Hello, and welcome back to Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. I'm Dr. Samantha Hayes, educator, parent, and founder of Beyond the Screen Families, and I'm here to help you raise curious, connected, creative kiddos without screens running the show. And today we're talking about one of my favorite connection boosters. Games and family game night. And I think somewhere along the lines, we have forgotten how powerful these things are. Not so I'm not going to talk to you about video game nights or tablets or anything like that, but the kind of games where you pull out cards, dice, boards, or even just your imagination, and you get a lot of laughter and a lot of face-to-face time. In this digital world, we have gotten so far into doing everything on these personalized devices that we forget how powerful these things really can be in forming connection, in developing relationship, and in developing solid skill sets that are rooted in play. And play is one of the most powerful things and opportunities we can give our children. So by the end of today's episode, you'll have everything you need to plan and host a no screen game night your kids are gonna love. So let's dive in. Game nights might seem small, but they do a lot. They build teamwork and problem solving skills. They give kids safe ways to practice winning and losing. And losing. In my house, my daughter knows mommy doesn't just let her win. Like if you're winning because you actually won. And that is powerful and it makes the act of winning feel so much more valuable. And I'm going to show you a game later on that she is a master at. She wasn't initially. She had to lose a few times. But now, this girl, we bring it out at family events. When we were just in Michigan, we brought this game out as a family, and she was just dominating. And everybody's like, oh, there she is winning again against grown humans, right? Games create laughter. It's one of the fastest ways to build connection. And it's also so simple. And importantly, they shift the focus from screens to people. And here's the best part. Kids don't remember who necessarily won the most games. They remember the laughter, the silly moments, the snacks, the fact that you set aside time just to be together. Game nights create rituals that stick with your kids for years. For years. You create a game night ritual, and they're going to carry that on with them, perhaps when they have their own family or a family group. Games are powerful. When families make game nights a habit, kids remember them, and that ritual just is a thread in their life. So here's the secret to hosting a powerful game night that's not going to run you ragged either, right? First, pick a set night. It could be once a week or even once a month. We tend to do game nights every once a month where we come together and we have some family time. Consistency matters more than frequency. Maybe it's just once a quarter because you're like, that's all I can muster at this point. That's fine. Just be consistent. Set the scene. Maybe you're always setting the lighting, or you pop popcorn or have other snacks to go along with your game night. Maybe there's special blankets or stuffies join. It doesn't matter. Make it feel different from the regular night. We tend to gather our games. We all sit around our coffee table at our couch and we pull it out and we just start going. We have some snacks. We have some fun. It's all about the setup. Keep it short initially. So, for the first one, a 30-40 minute game night is going to be enough. But as kids get older, game nights can stretch into these massive ordeals. So, start short with your kids being young, and then know that it's probably going to stretch longer once your kids get older. Rotate games so that every single person that participates in the game night has an opportunity to pick the type of games that you're playing. And remember, there's no pressure. It doesn't go perfectly always, and that's okay. Whole goal, I'm combining words at this point. The whole goal is connection, not a flawless event. So, if you need some inspiration, here are a few things you might use by age. Candyland, which I thought I grabbed and had sitting next to me, and I don't, but it's a great one for littler kids. So is Shoots and Ladders, memory matching games, animal charades, or even block stacking. Doing that together can be a game. My daughter really, when she was in preschool, loved goldfish, and my son loves it now too. The struggle was figuring out how to hold the cards, and I helped her a lot with that. But I've also seen brilliant things about people using magnet tiles to help hold the cards in the fan fashion so it's easier for kids to be able to see. Great game for those preschool kids. Elementary games, Uno, Guess Who, Zingo, charades with pictures. Um, Hold on. Woo. Hi Ho Cheerio was a preschool game. Sorry, I didn't mention that one. But another really good early elementary game, Operation. And if you don't have this for your kids, it's a hoot. My 3-year-old preschool level trying to do this, not so successful, but my daughter is a pro at this. And then a game that starts in early elementary and spans upward is Aggravation. And if you don't have this game, I would strongly encourage you to get it. It's a marble game and it's all about strategy. And like I said, my daughter lost a lot at first. We started playing this game with her. I don't even know what the age is, it says on it. Oh, ages 6 and up. And we started when she just turned 5. She lost a lot initially, but then she started picking up on it. And the best thing was to see when the light bulb turned on for her and she understood some of the strategy. And then she goes, "Oh, I know what I'm doing now." And now she takes us all out. Like, now it's super hard to win against her. But Aggravation, such a great game to start in early elementary and then continue on. Upper elementary students might like Ticket to Ride. There's a new game called Exploding Kittens. Code Names, collaborative storytelling games. Sequence, also super fun for upper elementary. And one you probably haven't heard of yet, but I'm going to encourage you maybe early elementary and on into but upper elementary kids definitely will get this. And I'm holding it upside down. I'm not going to say it correctly. Uisi. It's a visual, like connecting photo cards type of game. Amazing. There are so many ways to play it. My daughter and I play it in a very simplistic fashion where you're just trying to find some similarities, but then it gets more and more complex as you go on. So then we get to teens and tweens, Catan, Pictionary, strategy, card games, or maybe even making like a DIY trivia night where everyone participates and contributes to questions. And then whole family. Whole family, let's go back to goldfish. Go fish. I keep wanting to say goldfish. Go fish, which is great at any age. You don't have to have go fish cards. You know that. You can go and use just a regular card deck or made up games like Would You Rather. You could do that just as rounds at the table. Those are great whole family games. We also love games like Balderdash, Pictionary, Catchphrase. All great whole family games. I am struggling to say that one. The best game isn't the fanciest. It's the one your family will actually enjoy. So if you have board games already, start by looking at what you have and start pulling out what you have and seeing what your family might be interested in. I am a board game fanatic. I used to when I was in high school and then college and then out of college. I would ask for 1 to 2 board games every single year for Christmas. It is by far one of my favorite types of things to do. So I have a whole closet full of board games. But you don't have to have that. And my kids love to go in there and like search. You can start out with just what you have. Maybe it's just go fish, and then you build on that. And maybe that's something that starts to become a really high quality gift for birthdays or Christmas or any holiday where you might give gifts because they're screen free, they promote connection, and they're boosting so many skills on so many levels. Here's a fun idea that I love. Don't just play games, make them. I used to have a class that I taught in the summertime, and it was all about getting kids to make their own board game. Amazing. It's such an amazing experience. Cardboard, crayons, like cardstock so they can make cards with it. Letting your kids help create the rules, design the game, or invent the challenges makes it a game that they are also going to be super invested in. Some ideas to try might be like a DIY board game, right? Just what I said. Pieces of cardboard, markers, coins, buttons, cardstock. The kids get to decide the path, they get to create the rules. And it's amazing because they'll create rules and then you'll start playing and they'll realize how complex that is. And they'll be like, wait a second, I need to rewrite the rules and talk about the learning that is happening in that. Challenge cards might be another type of game that you DIY where each family member writes a few simple challenges on cards like do 5 jumping jacks or sing a song. And then you draw them throughout game night. It just becomes a little additive. And so, like in between games or at random moments, like somebody's drawing a card, doing something silly, and then you're getting back together. Such a connection moment. And then finally, when you might want to try our story games. And that's where you take turns, maybe adding lines to a story. And there's movement or funny props, and that becomes part of the gameplay. This works because kids feel ownership. They're using creativity and problem solving, and every single person gets to have input. Even if you have the 2-year-old, right? Every single person gets to have input. Plus, a game you've created together is just instantly more exciting to play. And as I said, there are a million learning lessons that go along with this. And if your kids like fun challenges like that, I've got something brand new you don't want to miss. It's called Curiosity Sparks, a podcast made just for kids. Every week, we explore a new topic, share cool facts, and give your kids quick challenges they can do on their own with you or without you. Think of it as a screen-free learning and fun built right into your week. It's an audio-only podcast. Curiosity Sparks is available by subscription through Apple Podcasts for just $4.99 a month. If your kids are curious, creative, or just need a screen-free spark, this is definitely for them. Make sure you go check it out and subscribe today. So here's your weekly challenge. Host one screen-free family game night. Just plan for one. Plan for one and let's see what happens. I bet you when you get done with the one, you're like, this was so much fun. I want to do it again. Because it is. Pick a day. Choose a game everyone can enjoy and don't overcomplicate it. Just make it that simple. Remember, you don't need fancy games. A deck of cards, a simple dice game, or even a homemade scavenger hunt counts. the magic isn't in the game. It's in the time you are spending together without devices. So that also means take your device and put it in another room. Like really make it screen free for everyone. So as we wrap up this week, ask yourself, what's one simple game my family could play together this week? Maybe it's aggravation or go fish or Candyland. How can I set the scene to make game night feel special? And what would make it fun enough that kids want to do it again? And I promise you, you don't have to go all out. Your kids are going to want to do it again. When everybody has their screens away and you're just sitting and playing together, everybody is going to want to do it again. And that is a powerful connection moment where you are creating the most amazing memories for your child and for your family, including you. So remember, game night isn't about perfection. It's about laughter, connection, and giving your family something to look forward to that doesn't involve a screen. Thanks for joining us today on Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. Don't forget, you can find more screen-free ideas and activities inside Essential Pack subscriptions and our other themed packages at beyondthescreenfamilies.com/shop. If you have liked this podcast, make sure you do like it on whatever platform you're listening on. Make sure you share it with others so that we can continue to expand our reach. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Beyond the Screen Families. You can find us almost everywhere and on every social media platform. Until next time, I want to remind you that simple moments create lasting memories.